Today, boys and girls, we're going to learn how to add tens. We have done this over the last weeks while we were in school. You also practiced this in iExcel over the last few weeks while we've been out of school. First thing you will need is paper. It can be any kind of paper, notebook paper, white paper, and you will need a pencil. If you don't have a pencil, maybe a crayon, but not a pen. I think that would work better. This way we can work through these problems together. So I want you to pause the video and go get your material and then come back. Okay, now I hope you are back with your material so we can work together. I'm going to use the top part of the screen to do the first problem, and we've done this several times on our math page. Barb had 20 pennies. Ed had 30 pennies. How many pennies do they have? I'm going to take my pencil and first of all, we're going to draw Barb's 20 pennies. We will draw one straight line down to represent one group of 10, another straight line down to represent another group of 10, so that's 20. Then we go to Ed's 30 pennies. 10, 20, 30. Now we want to add all of those tens together. So we will count. Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So how many pennies do they have all together? They have 50 because 20 plus 30 equals 50. Now let's go to the bottom. And we have Kyle has 40 pennies. Kim has 50 pennies. How many pennies do they have? First, we'll do Kyle's 40. We will draw tens to represent this. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, then we will draw Kim's 50 pennies. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Now we want to go back and we want to count by tens so that we can see what 40 plus 50 pennies would be. Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Did you get 90? Very good, because 40 plus 50 equals 90. This is what we will do on the next few pages together. I am going to erase what I have here so that we can have a fresh screen. So bear with me a minute. Now I will change to our next page. Okay, now then we are going to do these together. I would like for you to first of all on your paper to write 20 plus 40 equals and a blank. Now, I know that some of you have figured out how to do this without drawing your tens and ones, which is great. But we need to practice drawing our tens and ones because in the lessons that we will do later this week, it will be very important for us to do this. So I want you to write 20 plus 40 equals in a blank. And now I want us to think through this together. Okay, you have 20. So again, we're going to draw our tens to represent 20 and think how many tens in 20? And I hope you said 2. 1, 2 for 10, 20. Now I am going to change color to help you just be able to see the difference between 20 plus 40. And I'm going to draw now my tens for 40. So let's think, how many tens in 40? I hope you said 4. 1. Oops, that's not good. Okay, start again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, what I want us to do is I want us to count how many tens that we have all together. So we know the sum of 20 plus 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Did you get 60? I hope so. Now I'm going to attempt to write the number 6. Well, there we go. This is the first time using this new tool. All right, so the answer is 60, and there are 6 tens in 60. And I hope that you got that. Okay, now I'm going to give you a minute to write 30 plus 30 on your paper. Now I want us to think about how many tens in 30. Okay, I hope you said 3. All right, I'm going to change my color in my pen so that it will help us to tell the difference. So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3. Now we have 30 again. So we're going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's see how many tens we drew. Let's count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Did you get 60? I hope so. All right, so I'm going to attempt to draw the 60. There we go. 30 plus 30 equals 60. And how many tens in 60? We saw a moment ago, and that would be 6. So we will draw 6. I did not do as good on that 6. Now, okay, so I am going to ask you to write 40 plus 50, and I want you to try to pause the video, and I want you to try to work it out, and then come back, and I will work it out and see if you got it with me. Okay, are you back? Now let's do 40 plus 50 together. All right, how many tens in 40? Very good, there are 4. 1, whoops, there it goes again. I will learn how to do this one day. All right, let's fix this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we want to know how many tens did you draw for 50? I hope you said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to count by tens and see what 40 plus 50 is. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Did you get 90? Okay, so now we will write 90, a 9, and a 0. And how many tens in 90? You are right. There are 9. Very good. All right, now then we are going to do the same thing on number 4. I want you to pause the video. I want you to write 50 plus 30. I want you to try to work it out before I do, and then we'll check it together. Okay, are we back together? All right, now we will draw the tens for 50. How many tens in 50? I hope you said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, are there any ones in 50? No, because of 0. Very good. And we talked about that many times before we got out of school. Now I'm going to change colors, and we are going to go to 30. How many 10s in 30? And I hope you said 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I hope you drew your 10s neatly and separated them so that you could tell the difference. You can even use crayons for color if you would like to. All right, let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I hope you got 80. So now we will write 80, 8, and 0. And then we will write how many 10s in 80? And there are 8. That did not end up on the line. Very good. Now, you will have a page that will be a seesaw activity with problems that will look like this. I want you to make sure that you please draw the 10s to show your work, and then you will submit that to me. Thank you for working so very hard. A word to parents. I know that this is much different from the way that you and I both learned how to add two-digit numbers. Um, I hope that you will stick with me as I have taught uh, adding two-digit numbers over the last many years. I have discovered that some of these techniques, while they are very different from the way we learn and sometimes seem harder, I totally understand that. Um, it has been proven that the children learn and understand how to add two-digit numbers more successfully if they use these strategies. So if you will hang in there with us and just if your child is having trouble with any of these methods as we go along the next few weeks, just contact me. I can do a Zoom one-on-one meeting with you and them and help them with these. But to go forward in second grade and to pick up where they need to understand how to um, add two-digit numbers using the tens and the ones and recognizing the place value. But there again, if you'll just hang in there with me, I promise that I will make this as easy as possible, and I will be there to have. I can help in any way that I possibly can, so that your child will be successful moving on to second grade. Thank you. See you later.